Welcome friend, I'm so happy that you're here. I'm Agatha and today I am super excited to be talking about this project that I am about to get started on. I am finally going to be making a chair cover for my office chair. Basically, I bought a lot of yarn at Joann's, and what better way to use it all up than to make a chair cover. Also because my chair is mostly made out of fake leather, and fake leather sooner or later always peels. In one of my recent videos, I had made kind of like a request, like if anyone knows about any great join as you go methods for granny squares, to please share them with me because I am the absolute worst at joining granny squares. And someone commented to go look at Hooked by Robin's videos regarding continuous join as you go methods, and I ate them up and I made a lot of granny rounds. Basically, Hooked by Robin has a video on how to make granny rounds and turn them into squares, and they look so freaking cute. I just had to make them. Honestly, it's kind of shocking how quickly these worked up. I'm dropping all of them on the floor right now. So this yarn is the Big Twist Value in their colorway Warm Brights. It is so freaking beautiful. I love these colors. And also I didn't realize that these are basically the lesbian flag colors. But you know, I'm a half lesbian, so I think it's fine. I can appropriate your guys' colors for just a little bit. Hopefully that will be okay. All of these squares are from 3 skeins, and I literally made these in like 4 days. I ended up making 83. And my plan right now is to kind of figure out how do they need to go on the chair. I'm very excited about this. I'm really hoping that I'm going to be able to complete these by my birthday. This is basically my birthday present to myself because it is a pretty big project. Right now, let's stop chatting. Let's take a look at how we need to assemble these. Alright, so if my very unscientific calculations are correct, then I should need 85 squares, and I have 83. But it's not a big deal because I actually had 6 skeins of this yarn. I made all of these with just 3 skeins. If I have to make more of the rounds, I can do that. Now, the next issue that I'm kind of anticipating is that I don't really have like an entire skein of the white Big Twist Value Pound Plus yarn. I need to find out, but I think I used about half of a skein, so I only have half left. That might still be a lot of yarn, honestly. I mean, how much is a pound? Is a pound 3 kilos? A little over? No, that doesn't make sense. 3 pounds is 1 kilo. That sounds right. So if 1 pound is a third of a kilo, then it's about 300 grams. Oh my god, why am I doing math right now? But if I have half a pound, hopefully that is still quite a bit of the white yarn. That would be ideal. I think that having the rounds turned into squares and then joined all together with white yarn, I think that that would look really nice. If maybe I run out of the white, I do have black, Big Twist Value Pound Plus. Maybe I can use the black for the back of the chair. Maybe that could work. I just think these would look nicer if they had white around them instead of black. But, you know, I'm not buying more yarn to finish this project. I'm just gonna use what I have. So I'm very excited about this project. It's definitely gonna be a lot of troubleshooting, but I'll try to keep you guys posted on everything that is happening, and I'm really excited to get started right now. So let's get into it. Alright friends, it is a couple of days. I did not do any recording of me putting these rounds together, and that might have been a mistake because it worked up so crazy fast. The last clip of me was from Friday afternoon, evening basically, and right now it is Sunday morning, and this is already done. It's so much fun to put these together using Hooked by Robin's continuous join as you go method. So fast, so fun. I will mention, however, you might be able to notice it. I'm not sure if you can, but there are some very noticeable bumps all along where the squares are joined. I think that it is fine for this type of project. It's not a big deal, but if I was making like a granny square garment or something like that, I would not do this method. But I mean, again, for a project like this, it's perfectly fine. I was just going off of memory for how many squares we had kind of figured out would fit on the seat. I started with 4 of the rounds and just worked down to 5 rows, and clearly I could fit a whole other row. But yeah, this is working up so nicely. It looks so bright, so happy and cheerful, which is the perfect backdrop for the type of weather that we're having today. We're having light rain, light snow, and it's just like an all-around really gloomy day. So this is just a reminder that spring is coming, and I'm very excited. Spring is my top 1 favorite season. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Then we'll come back downstairs or we should do it just now. Let's just do it right now. Let's figure out what it is that I need to do for this portion. Let's do that right now. Oh, Actually, this fits so perfectly well for the backrest. Maybe I'll just leave this as is then. So then this piece is done. I'm gonna do another one that's gonna be 5 by 5 for the seat. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish the 5 by 5 today, but let's see if I'm able to. That would be so much fun. It's going great. I'm so happy about this.
In version 1.6, as I mentioned, all the characters got winter outfits, and our man was finally allowed to be cozy and warm. Jeans. This was huge to the Shane girlies. I mean, I don't know if it was huge to you. It was huge to me. My man's in jeans, finally, and he's got this winter jacket that matches his little hat. Obsessed, okay? Obsessed. Top tier fit. The only other character who got done even better by the winter outfits was Sam. Now that that hair is covered up, entirely different ballgame. That is the protagonist from an independent British movie. That is a character from Love Actually. Number 1 and number 2 fans, okay? You can be his number 3 and number 4 fans. Look how much hair he has. It's glorious. I'm so happy. So, in my mind, Shane just has a regular, boring man hair. None of that Peaky Blinders shit. You think this guy is going to the barber once every 2 weeks to keep that shit maintained? No. He's going to Marnie every 2 months to get her to give him a trim. The fallen down portrait kind of contradicts this, as I said, because it looks like he has it cropped really tight on the back of his head. But like, just let me have this, okay? Please. Please. Okay, now we're going to talk about what colour his hair is. You thought I was done talking about his hair? No, bitch. We're just getting started. So this is something else that I asked in the survey. I wrote, what colour is his hair? Bear in mind that it is purple in the sprite.
On the website, like all of these flips, you crochet over them, but I mean, there's so many of them. Thankfully, there's not hardly any answer weavings, or really, why not like it just has your effort. You know, that was so I went to trying to sell this one, probably the pants gonna look hard to say, but I'm trying to. We'll see. I know most of us have like thousands of blankets in our house. I think we make a lot. So I do really need that. Honestly, they have probably use. I just checked hands the same day that I started the gym, so I'm like, yeah, I think I did today.
Alright, friends, it is time for an update. I finished the seat, the armchairs, the backrest, and the headrest. The only panels that are left are 2 for the sides, and then the only panel that's left is the back. I do need a 5 by 6 panel for the back. The problem that I have right now is that of these granny rounds using big twist value in warm brights, I only have 10 left. And I know that I mentioned that I do have 3 more skeins of this yarn in case I needed it, but a part of me really wants to leave those skeins intact. This is all of the whites that's left, which is, by the way, not big twist value pound plus. It is actually Lion brand Pound of Love. So I could get more if I wanted to, but I do not want to. I have enough yarn. So I've kind of been debating where to go from here. I think I would like to make the back panel a little bit different from the rest of the chair cover. So what if I make all of the rounds in yellow and use the black to join them? Or what if I make the rounds in black and use the yellow to join them? Alright guys, it has been honestly like 2 hours, if not more, so I have a lot to update you on. So I did do the granny rounds using the black and the yellow, but what I ended up figuring out is that the black is just way too harsh for the kind of vibe that I have going on. So I even made this little round. I thought that it would be really cute to give it sort of like a sunflower vibe, like the dark center and the yellow petals. But even that is just way too harsh. It just doesn't work out. So I ended up going through my stash, and I am literally so glad that earlier this year I went through the trouble of completely reorganizing my stash, because it turns out that I don't have just one big twist value in white. I have 2. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. I have more than enough white to finish this project. So the next thing that I did was a few more rounds just to test out like how do I want to go. Out of these 2, I think that this one is the nicer one. So this is what we're gonna go with. But also I had this almost aha moment where I realized that I have this pink big twist value that I have had for a few years, and I know that it's not very easily noticeable maybe, but this Warm Brights colorway does have some specks of a lighter pink, and they are very similar to this yarn, especially in person. So I made another one with that pink yarn, and it is so freaking perfect. I'm so excited about this. So what I'm thinking is kind of do something like that. So I would do yellow, pink, yellow, pink, yellow, pink, yellow, pink, yellow, pink, and so on. I think that this is gonna look so good. I'm so excited about this. I think it's gonna look so freaking great. Hello friends! It has been several days. I actually have no idea where I left off with this video, but today's my birthday. Now I was able to finish this chair cover before my birthday, But I did also go on a trip to Florida to visit my sister, and it kind of ended up being a visiting family half birthday celebration type of situation. And I was able to finish it before I left, but I wasn't able to do an outro for this video before I left. So the last couple of days that I worked last week, I did use the chair the way that it is right now, and it worked really great. I'm super happy with the way that it came out. I do have one item that I wasn't able to finish, and that is completely securing the armrest covers. This one is tied down, sort of. This one is not. So I do still have to do that. The other thing that I have been noticing is that especially the back is starting to sag. And I've only used the chair a couple of days ever since I've put the cover on. Like, look at this. Look at that sagginess. It's definitely sagging. So if I were to make this project again, which I probably will, I would reconsider using Hooked by Robin's super easy continuous join as you go for granny squares. It definitely makes for a very fun, very quick project. But the sacrifice that you're making is for potential structure, especially if you need something like a chair cover that is not really going to stretch and you really don't want it to stretch that much. So maybe in the future I'll do some reinforcing. Maybe I'll just do like single crochets, all of the stitches, especially at the top, just so that it stops sagging. But for now, it's fine. The chair works great. The chair looks great. I mean, come on, it's so freaking cute. And I'm very happy with this project, and I'm very happy that I was able to finish it with the timeline that I gave myself. So this video is going to come out really late, way later than I expected it to, but I hope that it was well worth the wait. I hope that you were still able to find some inspiration for things that you can make and love. And I already recorded the entirety of the next video that's coming out, so the next video should not be coming out as late as this one. Fingers crossed. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, but in any case, I hope that I will see you in the next video. Hasta la próxima. Ciao.